everybody, it's me, Lady Ada, and I'm here at the Adafruit factory. The factory's a little bit asleep because it's a weekend, but we're here with a special guest, Caroline.
Hello.
Who's here to talk about a really cool thing coming out of MIT. It's called Solve.
It's true.
What's this thing all about?
So Solve is an initiative of MIT that seeks to solve the world's problems. Mm-hmm. So we are ambitious, optimistic, and collaborative. Mm-hmm. So we pose specific actionable challenges on an open innovation platform, and then anybody in the world can submit an idea. We work with some MIT faculty as well as some thought leaders from across sectors to determine which of those ideas is the most plausible. And then we invite them to come and pitch their ideas to us at an event.
So there's no space elevators? Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So we invite them to come and pitch, and then we select the most promising solutions to join the Solve community, and we support them.
Okay.
So
how do you support them?
So we introduce them to our cross-sector member organizations. So it could be Adafruit, but it could also be Save the Children. It could be Adobe, the Queen Rania Foundation, organizations from across sectors and around the world who want to provide mentorship or funding or know-how so that these really good ideas can be matched with the resources to become a reality.
And this isn't the first year that you've done this, right? This has happened. It's been going on since 2015?
It was launched in 2015.
Okay.
And since then...
That's our old friend.
He's going to submit a challenge.
Okay.
And since then, we've hosted our first 4 challenges, which were refugee education, chronic diseases, carbon emissions, and inclusive innovation.
Okay, so what's, for example, like carbon emissions? What's the challenge?
So the challenge is, how can individuals and companies reduce their carbon emissions? So using technology, how can they reduce the amount of carbon that they contribute?
So it could be like
have a smaller
solar power, or like wind power, like basically anything to do with energy innovation.
Exactly. Or we have one of our solutions, it's called Green Gas. Mm-hmm. They have a carbon credit program where when you go and you buy gasoline, you can actually choose, opt in, connect it to your debit card to off-put whatever carbon contribution you would be making at that time.
So it's not necessarily just technological solutions, but also like social and solutions or like the conceptual solutions.
Exactly. So solutions are all have a technological component. We are MIT, and we do use technology to advance the solutions. But it could be a new technology, or it could be an existing technology used in a new way. And so we are pretty flexible.
Is it only open to like MIT students, or like who can apply?
So not just MIT students, although they're encouraged to.
Okay.
Anybody in the world can submit a solution.
Really? So, worldwide?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody in the world. So somebody in Jordan, somebody in Russia, somebody in Australia, somebody in Papua New Guinea. We would love to see solutions from anywhere.
It can be companies, it can be youth groups, it can be adults, it can be anybody. There's no restrictions like 18 or over must apply.
Exactly. Okay. Anybody can submit an idea. We believe that talent and ingenuity exist everywhere, and that good ideas are all over the world. We just need to provide the platform through which they can be shared and realized.
Okay, neat. And so what are the 4, you said there's 4 challenges each year, so what's the 4 challenges for this year?
So this year we're working on sustainable urban communities.
Okay, so what's that mean?
So it is how technology can be used to create more resilient and sustainable food and water sources in urban areas.
Yeah. Yeah, he really likes you. Okay, so that's one. What's the second one?
Brain health.
Okay.
So how technology can be used to increase people's mental resiliency and brain health.
Yeah. Is that just like depression, or is that like lead poisoning? Like what is that?
So it's mental health. So depression, yes, anxiety in some cases, and also in building mental resiliency, thinking about more proactive rather than necessarily always reactive. So things like yoga or mindfulness as a way of increasing people's resilience.
Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3
is youth skills in the workforce of the future.
Okay, that's what we do. We do that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what kind of stuff are you what's the problem you're trying to solve there?
So how can disadvantaged youth use technology to be prepared for the workforce of the future and fully participate? And so thinking about education, and if the workforce of the future is going to be based on technology and have a lot of automation, then how can we make sure that children and students around the world, regardless of where they live or the type of income they have, can have access to those opportunities?
Yeah. Okay, and then the fourth challenge.
The fourth challenge is women in technology.
Yeah.
And that's actually the challenge that I work on. And
okay. Oh, so you have specialties.
We do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that is how can women and girls of all socioeconomic backgrounds use technology to fully prosper and participate in the economy. So thinking about not only women in STEM, but also financial inclusion. So can mobile money help women have more equal access to financial services? Thinking about access to technology itself.
Yeah.
And then also thinking about bias and correcting for that and encouraging women and making them more confident.
So these are these 4 years challenge, and then every year, like how long do you have to enter? Is it like a 6-month thing, or is it 9 months, or is it?
So to apply for the challenge, we launched them in May.
Okay.
And then the application closes on August 1st.
Oh my goodness! So people have to
yes,
get on it.
So submit now.
Submit now.
And then we will work with you if you're selected for as long as you need. You know, we like to say once a solver, always a solver.
Okay.
But the active support really takes place in the year following your selection.
Okay, so this is a multi-year process.
Yes.
So can you give an example of a previous year's solution that you remember? So like something that people can like have a concrete idea of what kind of applications they are?
So Ignitia is this interesting solution we had for the Inclusive Innovation Session.
Okay.
And our challenge. And they use a very accurate weather forecasting system in the tropics to give smallholder farmers more accurate forecasting through SMS messaging so that they can increase their yields. So by being able to determine what the weather is going to be, they can better plan around their harvesting and their planting and their lives. And by doing an SMS message, it's a very simple technology that people can have access to in rural areas. And it has increased the profits of farmers in some regions by, I want to say 80%. I could be misquoting the number.
And so the partners are who actually the people come up with the solution. Like where were they based? Are they in Americas or they were?
So this
in
particular
Europe?
solution is based in Sweden.
Okay, so Sweden. And then, but the solution was implemented in.
It is implemented in sub-Saharan Africa, and so they actually exist in a few different countries.
So this is like global solution solving.
Yeah,
like people might have the know-how or technology in one country, and then they might be able to apply it to a technological problem in a different country.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a global problem-solving platform. Just like ideas can come from anywhere, the resources can as well. And so we do have a global network, and we encourage people from all over the globe to both submit ideas and then also implement them. And in many ways is kind of expanding the MIT ethos of problem solving and innovation and applying it around the world in a way that creates a very positive social and environmental impact.
And then some people who might want to apply, they're like, well, I have this idea, but I'm a student, I'm broke, how am I going to get this problem implemented? Or maybe they even need money to do more research and develop the prototype. Like, does Solve assist with that in any way?
We can. So we accept solutions in various phases of development. Some of the solutions that we receive have gone through a series of fundraising. Some are in the concept phase, and we help pilot the idea.
Okay.
So through our network of cross-sector organizations, we can help with if it's a community-based approach and doing a user experience type of field assessment, we can connect them with people in our network to go and do that. We can help provide mentorship for business development through some of our members. And we do have funding in some cases. So we talked about for the Youth Skills in the Workforce of the Future Challenge, which is a challenge currently open, the Atlassian Foundation has pledged $1 million in funding for challenges.
Okay.
And so up to $1 million in grant funding for challenges that address developing the workforce of the future.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, by opening it up so broadly, I'm sure you get like a wide range of interesting ideas. How many applications do you usually have per challenge?
So last year we had over 400 submissions.
It's not bad. I mean,
yeah.
what's interesting is it's like, it's a lot, but not so much that you can't actually go through them.
It's a lot, but it is manageable.
Yes.
I expect that this year we'll have many more, and I hope that we do.
Yeah.
We have a bigger team this time around,
Yay.
and so we'll be able to review them. And yeah, so we had more than 400 solutions from, I think, 56 different countries last time. This time I would love to see us double both of those numbers, if not more.
And do you see a lot of applications from like students at university, or is it more people in business?
It's both.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of university students submit ideas. One of our solvers from the last challenge was actually MIT PhD student. But we also have people who submit their ideas that are already established social enterprises.
Okay.
And then it's entirely possible that somebody, working here could submit a solution.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll get on that. This is really interesting. No, I mean, this is kind of the stuff that we do too. We're a little more on like the application side of it, but ideas around. I mean, we have this global internet. We might as well share all these ideas. Are the applications public, or is it?
They are.
They are. So people can go there and check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe get some ideas.
Yeah, it's another really cool part of the platform. Actually, is you can go and see what some of the other solutions or what people have submitted, and offer to partner and give feedback on those ideas. So, if, for example, somebody didn't necessarily want to submit an idea themselves, but was really interested in one of the topics, they could go and see the solutions and maybe join a team.
Yeah.
Or at least provide feedback. Solve is an inclusive, collaborative global movement, and so we want as many people as possible to get online, check out the challenges, submit solutions, and contribute their ideas. So
your thing right now is you're going around and just trying to get more applicants.
Yes.
Okay, so apply already. Person watching. Great. Well, you did your job. Nice work.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so
I feel like I was off to a rocky start. I've never been interviewed.
No, you're doing great. Okay, so this is it, the 2017 Solve Global Challenges. There's listen to the challenges, and they can visit the website. Where do people go? What's this internet place they go?
So they can go to solve.mit.edu/challenges, and then you'll see there are 4 challenges that are open for solutions, which we talked about.
Yes.
And you can click on which challenge you're interested in.
And then you can see existing challenges and also maybe submit your own.
Exactly. So you can go to the challenges. They'll be open for submissions. And on there you'll see a description about the challenge itself, so a bit more information about why we selected this challenge, and some of the details, as I mentioned, with the Women in Technology. There's information about financial inclusion, access to technology in different areas, as well as women in STEM. And so it kind of breaks down what the different components of each challenge are, as well as information about the prizes that might be available.
Ooh, for Atlassian, for example.
So Atlassian, and then there's another really cool prize, which is being curated by Yo-Yo Ma, the cellist. And it is for, it's a mentorship prize for people who use arts and culture in their submission.
Oh, okay, cool.
So.
All right, and then there's the finals coming up. So you can apply up to August 1st.
Yeah.
And then super fast, like 6 weeks later, there's a challenge finals.
Yes.
What's that all about?
So we work with some of our MIT community as well as some of the organizations in our judging panel to determine which of the solutions are the most promising, and then we invite them to come and pitch. And this is where we will hear those solutions.
It's like Shark Tank, but for good.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yeah.
And who are some
whale Shark Tank?
Do you know
nice.
Do you know? Yeah, like dolphin. Do you know some of the names of like some of the judges this year, or like who you might be?
Yes, absolutely. So we have Indra Nui, who's the CEO of PepsiCo, is going to be co-chairing our Women in Technology Challenge. So she'll be involved in assessing those. Queen Rania is involved in the Youth Skills in the Workforce of the Future Challenge. We have people from Alphabet. We have people from the Emerson Collective. We have some MIT faculty. And so each challenge has a judging panel that can be up to 20. And as you mentioned earlier, with 400 solutions, that's a lot to review. If we're going to have more this time, then we want to use this collective effort to assess them as well.
Yeah.
And so
I've done like judging rubrics since like it's actually, I hate to say it, but like usually you can really pick out the top 10% pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because they actually people who didn't fill out the application. I'm like, man, if you don't fill it out, like I can't judge you. So.
Yeah. So in person and at the Solve Challenge finals. We'll hear from the solutions, and then there's the live judging, as you mentioned, kind of like Shark Tank, and then we invite people to join, which is exciting, and goes straight into a solver orientation and onboarding process, and building this community and this cohort and this network of really cool, smart, creative people who want to solve the world's problems.
Okay, and I'm sure they can get more information on like previous solutions, and like maybe they can join in if there's a solution that is affecting like their community. They can maybe take those solutions and apply it to what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we're all about making connections. And so if somebody goes onto the Solve website and sees a solution they're interested in learning more about, we're happy to share that. We tell our solver stories with the weekly newsletter, well, regular newsletter. Yeah, we would love for as many people as possible to be involved.
Okay, cool. So, viewers, you're very smart, part of the Adafruit and Maker community. You can use your maker skills. I'm sure you have ideas, things that you've done in your community that might be able to apply to the global community. Go to solve.mit.edu and follow the instructions and enter for one of the 4 prizes. What's the 4 prizes?
4 challenges.
4 challenges.
Yeah. Brain health.
Brain health.
Sustainable urban communities.
Sustainable urban communities.
Youth skills in the workforce of the future.
Ooh, workforce of the future. And
women in technology.
Okay, cool. All right. Solvers, go and solve. Thanks, Caroline.
Thank you. Happy solving.
Thanks.
In today's increasingly complex world, we're faced with unprecedented challenges. Here at Solve, an initiative of MIT, we know that if we're going to solve the challenges of tomorrow, we need to build solutions today. That's why we're inviting you to submit your innovative solutions to one of our 2017 Solve Global Challenges. Over half the world's population now lives in cities, cities that account for 70% of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. These city dwellers need access to high-quality food and water, whether in Flint, Michigan, or the favelas of Rio de Janeiro. We are seeking solutions that help urban communities across the globe gain long-term access to sustainable food and water sources. As the population increases, technological changes are significantly redefining the job landscape. In fact, nearly half of today's jobs are at risk of becoming obsolete due to automation and other technological advancements. The ability to adapt and learn new skills will be of primary importance. We are seeking solutions that help youth acquire the skills they need for the workforce of the future and to thrive in the 21st century. But when this workforce marginalizes and excludes women, the economic success of entire communities is diminished. Women only make up 12% of engineering students worldwide, and their startups receive only 10% of investors' money. How can women and girls of all backgrounds use technology to prosper in today's economy? That's what we're looking to you for solutions that connect women to technology in underserved areas, that increase women's financial inclusion, and that help eliminate industry bias that disadvantages women in the workplace. While technology has driven significant healthcare advances, 10% of the world's population is affected by a brain disorder. Prevention, early diagnosis, and affordable access to treatment are still inadequate for the majority. Solve is seeking technology-powered solutions to enhance brain health and mental resilience, enable better diagnosis, increase access to treatment, and build a stigma-free culture around brain health. How do we solve for these challenges? Do you have a solution that could help address these in your community? Solve is calling on you to submit your solutions. Our Open Innovation Platform will give you the opportunity to form teams and receive feedback. If you're selected by our judges as one of our solvers, you will receive personalized support and introductions to our Solve community members who have financial and non-financial resources to support developing and scaling your idea. Join the movement by submitting your solution today.